Welcome to the deep dive. We take your sources, we dig in, and we pull out those essential nuggets of knowledge for you. And today, we are plunging into an absolute legend, a car often called the apex predator. We're talking about the Mazda RX-7 FD3S. We've got, well, a fantastic stack of material here, everything from its unique engineering to, its massive cultural impact, our mission to unpack what makes this FD3S so timeless, why it needs a very specific kind of owner, really, and how it cemented itself as an icon.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, if you look at the sources, is the FD3S wasn't just, another sports car. It was a statement, a real rebellion, actually, against the trend back then for heavier, more complex sports cars. The whole philosophy was balance, lightweight design, aerodynamic purity. It was like a dynamic purpose made physical.
And that purpose, that design, it still looks so contemporary decades later. It's quite striking. How much did that unique rotary engine really play into the design itself? Because sometimes form and function feel separate.
Well, that's exactly it. They weren't separate here. The rotary was key. See, unlike a piston engine, the Wankel rotary is incredibly small and light. And that let Mazda achieve, well, almost perfect 50.5 weight distribution. And a front midship layout.
Which you usually only see on much more exotic, expensive machines, right?
Exactly. So this wasn't just styling for styling's sake. It directly led to that agile, almost, well, telepathic handling everyone talks about. Form followed function, truly.
Okay, so the engine. Let's get into that because this is where it gets really interesting, doesn't it? The 13B REW Wankel rotary. But the big thing was the world's first sequential twin-turbo system in a mass-produced car. That just sounds complicated.
Well, it was. Intricate is the word, like a mechanical ballet, really. The whole idea was smooth power delivery. You had one small turbo spinning up fast at low RPM.
Quick response, yeah. Less lag.
Precisely. Then around, say, 4,500 RPM, the second bigger turbo kicks in. They work in parallel. You get this strong linear pull right up to the red line. It was brilliant for killing turbo lag, which was a big issue back then.
But the complexity.
Right. That was the flip side. You had this maze of vacuum line solenoids. It definitely became, let's say, a known maintenance challenge. And you can't forget that sound, that high RPM buzzsaw scream.
Yeah.
It's just part of the FD's DNA,
Absolutely. Now, let's tackle the elephant in the room, maybe. That reputation for fragility, reliability issues. People hear rotary, they sometimes think unreliable. But the sources seem to tell a deeper story.
They really do.
Yeah.
And it's important to get this right. The common wisdom isn't quite accurate. What rotary specialists consistently say is the apex seals those crucial little seals inside the engine. They tend to be the victim, not the actual cause of failure.
Victim. So what's actually causing the failures then?
Primarily, it's external factors. Things like detonation, often from bad tuning or using the wrong low-octane fuel.
Okay.
And critically, heat. The stock cooling system was, well, marginal. Barely adequate, really.
Okay. Heat is the enemy.
Always with performance engines, but especially here. Plus, you have the famous rat's nest, literally 67 vacuum hoses under the hood.
67.
Yep. And a plastic air separation tank, the AST, that tended to get brittle. These are known weak points. So for you, the takeaway is pretty clear. If you want to own one successfully, you have to manage heat, and you need knowledgeable, proactive maintenance. It's demanding.
A demanding relationship, but maybe a rewarding one.
Exactly. If you put in the effort.
Okay. Moving beyond the mechanics, the FD3S became this huge cultural icon. Pop culture really grabbed onto it.
It absolutely did. And you can kind of point to two big moments looking at the sources. First, you had Initial D. That manga and anime series really legitimized it for the JDM tuner scene. Kaisuke Takahashi's yellow FD, iconic.
Yeah.
Showed off his tuning potential on the Tuge.
Right, the mountain passes, pure JDM cool.
Totally. But then, for a massive global audience, it was the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Hans RX-7, the Veilside Fortune Kit.
That car. Just a radical transformation. And that specific movie car recently sold for, what was it, a record-breaking $1.2 million.
Wow, for a movie car.
Not just any movie car. It sold as a cultural artifact, really. Not because of racing history, but because of what it represented. That sale cemented the FD's status as a blue-chip collectible. It became more than just a car.
So wrapping this all up then, considering everything, what's the final word on the Mazda RX-7 FD3S? It wasn't, the absolute fastest of its JDM rivals, maybe not the most advanced, certainly not the most reliable, as we've discussed.
No, but you could argue, and the sources support this, it was the most dedicated to that core principle of lightweight purity. Driving dynamics above all else. It really is the ultimate heart-over-head choice for a driving enthusiast, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's demanding, sure, but incredibly rewarding. It stands as the final and arguably the finest expression of the turbocharged rotary sports car.
A singular achievement, no doubt. It demands a lot from its owner. So, something for you to think about until our next deep dive. What other automotive legends out there demand so much, yet offer such a pure driving experience and have left such a deep cultural mark? Worth mulling over.